Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name's Streaky. I'm a mastering engineer. I've been working for the last 25 years on high-end stuff, and I'm here on YouTube to tell you exactly how to master records and how to mix records from my experience over those 25 years. Now, today's tip is a fast tip. It's going to be straight into the computer to show you my trick on how to get some really good analog depth into tracks. So you'll like this one. So let me just get my headphones on, otherwise you won't be able to hear a thing that I'm doing. So as you can see, we're in a Pultec EQ. Now, Pultec EQs, for those who don't know, it's a shelving EQ, and you have this low end and you have high end, and you can boost or take away on either the top or the bottom. This does the high frequencies, this selects the low frequencies, this bandwidth works with this kind of boost to give it a like Q, and then you can take away using the top. So that's the basics of how Pultec works. Pultecs are a classic shelving sounding EQ. You'll find them in loads and loads of different types of software. This one is UAD's one, but a load of other people do Pultec rip-offs, and that also happens in the hardware world. You'll see loads of different types of Pultecs because it's fairly basic circuit for people to build, put together, and so you'll see it in things like the Teglia Cream, and there's like Tube Tech and things like that in the hardware world, and then loads of other Pultec-y things. So there you go, that's the Pultec. It's a kind of classic, so this is how I use it for mastering. You can also use this on the end of your mix, on your mix bus, and it does the same effect. So we're looking at the stereo image here. We're not looking at individual tracks. Now, the Pultec is known for using individual tracks. Look on another channel for that, where you can do a cut and a boost thing. But I'm going to show you how we can do that in the stereo field. So what we do, we start off with this setting where we boost it by 2, and then we take away by 1, and do it at 30 Hertz. Okay, make sure these are turned down, so that we're not boosting in the top end and we're not taking away from the top end. So this is purely in the low end. But because we're saying it's in the low end at 30 Hertz, it's not actually at 30 Hertz. It'll be a bit higher because of the way the slope works at 30 Hertz. 30 Hertz will start here, and then the sort of the cut will start going down. So we'll start boosting, going up. But these boosts and cuts aren't exactly the same, so that's why the boost and cut thing works well on a Pultec, because they're slightly different slopes, and because of those working against each other, that's what produces the sound we're looking for. So yeah, I'm using a similar technique to people will use in a heavy way on individual instruments, but what I do is I tend to use it in the same place and then bring the cut down. I'll show you that so you can hear with your own ears. Here we go. Okay, so I just bring it down a touch, so bring it down by 1 dB. So really we're only adding 2 dBs here, taking away 1. So listen to that low end, the depth and the separation you get from it. It's a joy. If you're liking this tip, please press like right now. It'll help me with the Google algorithm and make me want to do more videos like this. Right, back to the Pultec. So sometimes I wouldn't even use as much as that. It's quite a lot going on. So let's try again with just adding 1 and taking away roughly half. Both channels will help. Want a little bit of flavour in the top? Let's just add some. Go wide, 12. Don't need much. Bit tizzy. So you can see me using a bit of attenuation in the top. So you can hear what I'm doing there. Now, if you haven't used the Pultec before, you haven't used it in this way, you've only used it on individual tracks. This, as you can hear from that example, is amazing for getting some depth in the sound. Just go careful with it, because as you can hear, it starts bringing out things in the mix where it's going to start, poking stuff out. But then if you have got the mix, if you're using this on a mix bus, you can always pull those elements back a touch just to sort of rebalance it against what you're doing. But to add some really good warmth and flavour, then this is great. One little final extra tip for you, which is something I do with a lot. I do this a lot with hardware, and it also works with software like this, is because they've emulated the Pultec, they're all going to sound different. I like the UAD one, it's got a good sound to it. But basically just go through these units. So I do this in hardware, and what we're doing here, think of it as like herbs in food. You're just adding flavours and mixing those flavours together. So you shouldn't use too many, because you're going to end up with, it's going to be too many flavours. But by blending these flavours in a mastering or in a mixing situation, you can get some really nice sounds. I'll just play this in and out so you can hear exactly what I'm saying, to how it just adds flavour with just going through it, okay? Both sides. Now I can tell there's a slight bit of there is a little bit of level matching probably to go on, but it does add that nice flavour, and when you combine that with something else, you can really start getting a little chain together that has its own sort of flavours and your own flavours. So have a play with it a bit, see how you can get it to work within what you're doing, and it's just a lovely way to get some low-end depth. I hope you like this one. Every Monday I'm going to be doing these little quick tutorials so that you can get some ideas on what to do that week when you're working either mixing or mastering. If you like this video, make sure that you press the like button below. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe if you want to get these videos. They happen every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I'm going now because I'm about to get strangled by these headphones. Bye.